Hello guys, in this video I would like to show you how to use operation supported by Spark RDD API, and I will introduce the main function that you can use for Spark datasets, and I will introduce map transformations, reduce actions, key-value pairs, join transformation, and set operation for very simple datasets and for very simple cases. And for this I will use as you can see, Canopy framework that supports Spark and Python 3, and as you can see, the code is full written, and I hope to introduce the performing of each part for introducing the each of function, how it's working for simple datasets. So let's begin with map transformation, and map transformation begins here with the function that applies transformation that returns words RDD map to uppercase, and that means that we have a datasets words. You can see a different words, Apache, Spark, is, and much more. And map transformation transform the current words into upper ones, and it will use a map operation and lambda function for this operation. And as you can see, we'll call upper method for each element in the datasets in this list of words, and it return all the words will be in uppercase, and you will see it in the results. And the second one is reduce action, and action is computation that returns a value after running one or more operations on the datasets. An example of an action is the reduce function, which takes two elements from the datasets and applies some computation. And in our example, we are using the same datasets, it's words, and what it will do, it will merge all words together and separate it by comma. And how it's working, we are creating a new RDD from pure RDD that we created here. As you can see, this RDD is created by parallelizing this list of words, and then we apply lambda function for this RDD, and we are using a reduce function for this RDD and call a lambda method. And what lambda method are doing, it takes two elements in RDD and make an action to those two elements. And as you can see, the action is to separate two elements by commas, and of course you will see the results in the end of this video in the console. And the third one method is key-value pairs, and by doing this we can define the key-value pairs by using a tuple in the format, and the format is key and value. And in this example we're creating two datasets, by using a tuple. And this is dataset 1 is k1 equal to 6, k2 equals to 4, and k7 equals to 5, and so on. And on the second dataset is the same, as k1 is equal to 2, k3 is equal to 7, kh is equal to 5, and k10 is equal to 1. And yes, you will see the output and the result also. How it look like the dataset 1, how it look like the dataset the second one. And one important thing, that when you have this kind of dataset in Spark, then you can apply join transformation to this kind of datasets. And join transformation takes two datasets and creates another one by joining the two initial datasets by key. We can use leftOuterJoin, rightOuterJoin, and fullOuterJoin to perform specific types of joins. Yes, this is a standard SQL joining types. So in Spark we can call this method very easily. Just call join method, leftOuterJoin, rightOuterJoin, fullOuterJoin methods, and we can set how many elements we take into this method. And in our example, we take 10 elements. And of course you will see the result in the end of this video in the console. And the last topic what I would like to introduce in this video is a set operation. And by using a set operation, we can perform common set operations such as unions and intersection between different RDDs. And for example, we have a set of values number 1 and set of values number 2, and the set number 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set number 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And we call parallelize method to RDD to perform RDD that will be distributed through different clusters and Spark environment. It is a standard operation, parallelize, which transform the dataset to readable format for Spark. And okay, and as I mentioned before, we can use intersection and union methods to build our new RDD. And as you can see, the syntax is very simple. We call intersection method to set number 1 by including set number 2 and collect all the values as the output, and do the same with the union. We call union method on set number 1 by including set number 2 and collect all the values to the output, and you will see the result in very soon, in a second. And this is 5 operations, and let's see how it's working. Let's go to tools, call Canopy command prompt. Okay, the first thing what we have to do is to change directory to our working environment. As I remember, like this. Cannot find specific pattern. Okay. Let's do it again. Yep. what I would like to show you is, as you can see, is 04 fullOuterations.py, and yes, we have this and our list of files in this working directory, and this is important. This is important place in this video, and how you can to execute the Spark code in Python. We write Spark submit, and then write the name of your Python file, and I write 04 underscore full operation, full operation .py. Let's see how it's working. No such file or directory. Yes, I made a mistake. We have a 1 underscore. Yes, sorry for this. Let's try again. Yep. Okay, simple RDD, map transformations, reduced datasets, key value pairs. Okay, who is next? And join transformations. And the last one is set operation. You see the result? Simple RDD. Okay, we have 11 elements. It's a list of words. Map transformation is transform each element in the current RDD to uppercase. We have all the words in uppercase. You see only the first one. So the reduced dataset, as you remember, we merge all words together and separated by commas. Yes, you see this. Key value pairs, we can to create our dataset by using key value pairs. It is a dataset number 1 and dataset number 2. You see the first elements from each dataset, and this is a full datasets, number 1 and number 2. And if you want to print it out, you need to extract if by each key, and if you want to print in standard way, you see that it's a memory address for these datasets. Okay, join transformation, and as you remember, we called join transformation by left join, right join, full join. As you can see, if we have some non-values, because both datasets don't have all keys in the same. And okay, set operation. It is intersection returns only returns values that contains the same keys for each dataset, and union is merged all RDD together and ignore duplicated values. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's all. And thank you for this video, and hoping to see you in the next one. Bye bye.